Hello everybody once again. Today I'm going to be working on I'm going to be working on the first build for this channel. I've already kind of started working on it just a little bit, but what this is going to be Varrock Castle based off of the popular MMORPG game Runescape. So right now I'm going to be kind of working on that right now. This is the Red Cube server I'm on once again. I'm still working on getting accepted, but I hope it'll happen sometimes very soon in the future. So let's go ahead and let's begin. I'm going to be working out 7 from this position here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, let's make this 6 wide so we can have 4 be gravel going through the center to be the walkway. Now, I think that's a more than sufficient size. So let's go ahead and start working off in this direction. We only need to move this about 7. Mind you, I'm only working off of a picture of the map. I'm gonna show you it real quickly. This is the map this is the map I'm working off of. As you can see here in the center, this is all I'm working off of. I'm basing this very quickly off of this little bit of a map here. It's on the RuneHQ website. In case you wanted to see the exact map I'm working off of. No, this is not based off of another Minecraft build. This is 100% mine and 100% recreation of, well, not 100%. It's going to be a few edited in, a few differences in there. But right now we're going to be working on the walls. I might wind up speeding it up if it becomes a little bit long, but I'm going to try to keep it as quickly as possible. We're going to be just working on the basic outline. And after the basic outline is finished, we will go ahead and cut the video and fill it back up. And then after I'm done with the working on getting it to the point to where it is substantially finished to the actually no. After the walls, mind you, these are the outside walls around the actual castle itself. The actual castle will take part in another video, but for right now, this is what we're going to be working on. Again, this is the Red Cube server. I have been accepted to stage 1 acceptance level of the build as of currently. I'm working on getting the well, I guess you could call it stage 2 acceptance, but not really. I'm not even sure how to put it. Basically, what stage 1 is basically you send them in an application. The application status is still open to what I understand, and if Drew is smart, he's going to be keeping it open for indefinitely as long as the server is being worked on, because Drew is planning on this being... Now, I'm not going to be telling anyone anything more than what Drew has said in his videos, because I have been told not to tell anything or anyone. So what this is basically a large server build and based off basically an MMORPG similar to what RuneScape is. However, it is in Minecraft. This will be a substantial thing, and he is planning on it being according to him, a 2-year server project, which is why I say that it's going to be a rolling application process, allowing people in as needed so that we can get it done in a decent amount of time. So right now we're working on this little bit of a dip that it has outside of the castle, not exactly remembering why it's here, but it is, so we're going to be putting it in. I like keeping things... Sorry about that. I like keeping things as close as I can to the actual map so that whenever I go in to complete it, it's very simple and easy to do because I basically just have to copy it into Minecraft. I pronounced that weird. But anyway, we're going to be working on this side. It's actually right now, just to save some time, I'm going to be just working on the outside wall so we can get this done decently quickly. It's all going to be this size on the outside. I'm sorry if I'm changing my voice quite a bit recently. I have kind of a crick in my neck. And yes, I did say crick. Let's see, actually that's... Well, I'm going to move that one more in. But so again, it's basically he's making it wanting to make an MMORPG inside of the Minecraft client, and I have been accepted to stage 1, which is you need to prove yourself worthy of building. And I see a villager, a village. Quite a few lighting glitches over there. Okay, there we go. Huh. Well, I guess you could make another portal with this. That's kind of neat. So, let's go ahead and continue. This is actually exactly where the GE would be, so I'm not really going to worry about taking that out and putting in the GE. This is not a 100% Minecraft map rebuild. This is just, again, working on getting accepted again. Well, actually accepted to stage 2. Let's make that a little bit shorter. This goes in just a few. There's going to be a water fountain, like right here. So it's just kind of outline the general position of where it was. I will go back in later and do it. I'm going to pause the video on occasion to make it in case of some stuff happens and it doesn't really matter. So we're going to be doing this. Moves in a little bit, and we're going a little. That's not right. We're going to be moving in a little bit further, and then we're going to be extending out this way for a short amount of distance. And oh, well, there's someone else here. It extends out a little bit here, and then the wall, make again 3 thick to where it goes to here, and we'll fill that in from there. Again, I'm going to make this 6 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then place block here. Extend it out approximately another 17 blocks. Again, just these are all rough estimates. Hopefully the palace itself will wind up being a decent size for this. I'm actually worrying about the walls being a little bit too large rather than the outside inside again. The inside castle not being actually being too large for the walls. I'm worrying about the walls being a little bit too large for the actual castle. So what I might wind up doing is just making it based off the basically built base. Sounds like I'm having terrible English at the moment. Basically base the size of the castle off the walls, so rather than building this castle itself separate, it's going to be built alongside the walls so that we can make it. Oh, my neck's hurting, sorry. I'm sorry about this. My neck's hurting. I haven't done YouTube in quite a while now, so I'm out of the practice, and I'm out of acclimation, let's just call it. So I'm just building this a little bit. I think, yeah, that should be more than long enough. Goes out a little bit this way. Actually, it goes out quite a distance this way. So we're going to just keep moving. And whenever I feel like it's wide enough, actually I'm going to head over to this other side over here. And we're going to be, just to see, it should be wide enough. But we're going to be extending this side out so we can get this based off of about house wide. Another complicated thing is going to need to move this mic a little bit farther away from my face, still keeping it loud enough to where you guys can hear me. We're going to be moving out in this direction, and we're going to be here. I'm sorry if this gets cut off halfway through. If it does, that most likely means that there has been I have either been accepted or denied. Based off what a lot of other people I've been seeing, I feel that I have a decent chance. Not gonna say too much to not jinx myself out, and also to sound a little bit not to sound too cocky, but I feel like I have a decent chance. So let's go ahead and extend this side out now, so that we can. This is actually 4 wide, but it doesn't really matter all too much because you're only going to be seeing one side at a time, and it's actually going to make it a little bit easier to walk on top of and such. Just extend this side out a little bit. Again, I'm sorry if I sound a little bit repetitive. I'm still out of practice a little bit. There's not a lot for me to talk about because this is a new channel, not a lot of updates. Actually, I'm working on a new intro, so if this does not have an intro at the beginning, uh, that is why. I have not finished it as the moment, but it is, I assure you, being worked on. Actually, this needs to be this like this, because this needs to be filled in later. Actually, I'm probably going to fill that in with the new podzol that they've added in. I think that's more than large enough for the bear cage, not bear cave. Let's move out this way. Oh, what did I do? Oh, well, geez. I feel very dumb now. I forgot that this gets extended out this way. Why not? That seems like a good size. Move this out this way a little bit. And finally, move it in. Clean this up a little bit. And there we go. That's the size that we're going to be having for the bear cage itself. And let's go ahead and fill this in a little bit. Not wanting to take again too long. There will be, at the end of this video, what did I do there? At the end of this video there will be basically a fly-through of the actual finished walls of the project. Actually, what I need to do is I need to move this side in a little bit so that it lines up a little bit better. I want this approximately 5 scenes a good distance, so to make this 5, we go from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we move this in 1, 2, 3, 4 added to this side, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually had that perfectly out, but yeah, so I'm going to cut right here to the mostly completion of it. If there's something else like the bear cage itself, I'm going to be pausing it and actually showing you guys, but for right now I'm going to actually pause it. Okay, so we're kind of back. I've finished the basic outline of the wall, and I'm going to be working on a few of the finer details part. I'm just going to do a quick flyover so you guys can see a bit of kind of what it's looked like. The first thing I'm going to be working on is actually the bear cage, so that's going to be over there. And so now you guys can see basically the full inside. Mind you, this is based off of a photo. I'm not taking exact dimensions, because if I were to do that, that would be most likely a thing that I'll be doing for myself on a basically a private single-player map or a creative server that I'm normally on. But the thing is, that's not the case. This is basically another portion of my application. So it's just going to stay the way it is, and it's just going to stay here. And don't even remember where I was going with this. So, oh yeah, not taking exact mentions. So we're going to go ahead and go with iron bars here, since that's the closest thing to represent the way that it was in the actual game. Again, we're not going to be doing extending it up, because that would again bore you, and it'd take a while, since especially considering this is a flat block similar to glass panes that make it difficult to go up, and you would probably not find it interesting to move for me to make this a very long video. So I'm again trying to keep this as quick as possible, with still giving you the best video quality. So I'm going to be putting podzol over here. Hopefully grass does not spread over podzol. I do believe that it will not, but I'm just still hoping that that it does not not spread over Podzol. Because if it does, that would kind of ruin the effect of this being a sort of cage, and that's kind of the desired effect, that this is an somewhat unkempt area, especially similar to the way it is in the actual RuneScape map. Because there are actually skeletons of people inside of the bear cage, most likely level 3 noobs. I have not played RuneScape in quite a while now, so I've heard that there's quite a few level updates, but I am still not been on for quite a while. I might go ahead and check it out on occasion, although I probably will not record, live stream, or any of the such, because RuneScape, as I've last played it, I have not played it on this new laptop, but I've learned that even on a decent computer, better than the laptop I'm currently on, it tends to not run very smoothly unless you are on a very low resolution, and I don't feel like that would be something that you guys would like. So this is basically what it is. If I add more to it, I will come back to it and show you what I do, or I will just do an overview if I do not actually record. So I'm going to cut again, and this is going to head over to the fountain. Oh, actually, you know what? Why not just fly? We're not too far away. So actually, I might want to get a little bit of a view of what this actually looks like in-game real quick. So if I do need to do that, or do decide to do that, I'm going to pause it, and so I can see what is going on. Actually, yeah, I'm going to pause it. Okay, so I did a little bit of research on what it looks like, and I figured out a little bit of a design that I'm probably going to do. It's actually, the fountain that's located here was a lot more simple than what I thought it was going to be, so this is probably going to be a large enough size. If not, I'll just alter the size of the fountain itself. But I don't think that's going to be necessary with the size that this is. I'm going to be needing some stone brick stairs. There it is. Put a few of them here. Like that, that's right, too. Okay, good. Kind of give it a little bit of a rolling look. Oh, that's not supposed to go there. But here we go. These. Fill this in. Wait, I probably should have moved this one up a little bit. Actually, I had to log back into RuneScape for the first time in a long time to figure out what the fountain looks like, and oh my gosh, it's different. Apparently now they're up to like RuneScape 3. I used to do the original RuneScape before they upgraded to RuneScape 2. Those are the good old days. I'm not going to reminisce about that because this is not a, well, one, this isn't RuneScape, and two, you guys really don't want to hear me ranting about, oh, RuneScape was so much better before the old days. But, so, this fountain area is pretty much complete. Just going to add a few of these stairs here. I just kind of like doing this as part of things. Actually, I need to move that in a little bit. There. I think that's good enough. It doesn't need to be much different than that. So we got the walls. Now, unfortunately, there are statues here, which I wish I could put in. However, I don't think that's going to be a possibility. Actually, I should raise this up so I get a better idea of the actual size of this. This might be a little bit smaller than what I was hoping for, but we can make do. 2, 3, here. You know what, I'm just going to do the one. I had an idea of just having one fountain up here, and I think that's what I'm gonna have to stick to. Actually, I'm gonna use this back wall as kind of like a backdrop. That's right. Is that? No, I'm gonna move that in one more. Okay, so we get this. Move it in like that. This goes like that. There. Okay. And I think that's going to be about the right size for this. Let's see, is there... Okay, so it would go like... Okay. So there, there. That goes this way. And here we have our basic fountain. Okay. So... Oh, I didn't even make a center. Great. Okay. So, I'm just going to change this around a little bit. That's good enough there. So this is going to be about that tall. I think that's good enough. Let's go ahead and add a water bucket at the top. See how our quick little fountain doohickey will look. Not too bad. I kind of like the way that it looks decent for the size of build that we're doing. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut here. And basically there's not too much to it. You're just raising up the walls. So I'm going to cut, and we're going to go ahead and see what it looks like after we're done. Probably going to move it up about 8 blocks tall. So whenever that's done, I'm going to go ahead and resume. Okay, so what I've done now so far is I've actually completed the height of the wall, and I'm currently working on getting the top of it done. But you guys can just kind of tell how it is. I just like to do stone just one level below. However, I'm not going to be doing it for this build, but what I normally like to do for the top of the walkways, I like to have that. And then on top of it, I put gravel just to give it a little bit more of a textured look rather than just plain white, well, gray stone. So this is the end of this episode so far. In the next episode, we will be going over the bottom floor of the, well, basically just the base of the palace, Varrock Palace. And so with this, I will see you all next time. I'm just going to go look around and show you what it looks like at the moment with it being at the correct height. Again, the bear cage isn't done yet. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get down because this is, again, right at bedrock level at 4 on this super flat world, so didn't take that into account. But the thing is, I would never want to raise a build this large up so far without world edit, and I don't have world edit perms yet. So with this, I say goodbye to you all, and I will see you all in the next video. Then again, we will be working on the bottom floor, and I will see you there.